Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Oh, you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's good, people? Woo, what's good, people? It is a day of another day. Another day we call Saturday. And it would have been what's good, people? Oh, it's one of those videos, it's one of those videos in reference to a trans man this time, and the trans man name is excuse me, Kayden Clarke. Now, Kayden Clarke is 24 years old. Here's a picture of Kayden Clarke right here. Okay, Kayden Clarke was a person who was in transition from female to male, in case you don't know, and suffered a loss which happened on the 24th, which happened before this week, which is February. So what happened was 2 cops was called to the office. Okay, better yet, I'll do this. Kayden was in transition. Kayden was having a lot of problems trying to transition. Kayden was trying to find people to start his transition. So what happened was, he kept going from place to place, and he was getting a lot of different problems, and he went to a doctor finally, and when he got to the doctor didn't know anything about autism. Now, autism, if you don't know what autism is, this is the problem that he was having, because what happened was, the doctor kept saying, well, we have to treat your autism disease first, we have to treat your autism disease, and he got upset and flushed. He was like, well, before you brought me to this office, you should have did your research and your homework before you brought me here. Now, if you don't know what autism is, just what it is. Okay, you see that? So the thing is that he became very frustrated because he wanted to transition into the correct body that he was born into. So what happened was, he became very frustrated, and he started leaving little links, which I wish I would have saw this as, you know, but anyway, this is the thing that kind of got to me a little bit. Now, this is in his words of his transition. Listen to this.
Kayden, I look kind of angry. I just woke up. This is my YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit like. I just set this up, so it's just gonna have a really bad first video on it. And yes, I hope my voice gets this deep. Alright? Check out my videos of my transition, and talk to you guys later. Bye.
Okay, you see that? Now, I want to show you something of his words to me, speaking from the other side, which, you know, I believe in reincarnation, so I believe he's right back. But, you know, this is his words, and I wanted you to listen to this very carefully. Listen to the words of someone who's crying for help. Listen to this.
Excuse me, if you don't want to listen to it, skip the video. So, Arizona has the worst mental health system across the United States. Seriously. Anybody in Arizona would agree with that. The professionals wouldn't, because, you know, they're idiots. So, there's practically no support for mental health. I'm actually taking my clinic to court, there's an investigation done because they have refused treatment for me for the past 2 years. Now, remind you, I've been to 5 other clinics and been refused treatment as well, even though I clearly have a mental health diagnosis, which is PTSD, anxiety disorder, bipolar, ADHD, I don't know if I said PTSD, my brain's screwed up today, and I have Asperger's, and cognitive disorder. So, long story short, let's get to the point, to the gender therapist. So, what's frustrating is every single gender therapist I see that either accepts my insurance or does a sliding scale are all fucking ignorant. I've never met a bunch of health professionals anywhere of the states that I've lived that are complete fucking morons. So she basically says, she reads my chart of my diagnosis, and she says things like, how does Asperger disease affect you? And when I list it all, she's like, okay, well, we need to fix your Asperger's before I write a letter for your doctor in order for you to start T. I don't know any neurological disorder, whether it's Tourette's, seizures, autism. I don't care what other types of autism there is, depending on which DSM you and your doctor use. You can't cure neurological disorder. I wish there was a pill. It'd make my day easier. It'd make my life easier.
Okay, you see that? Now the thing is that kind of got to me was like he said that if I don't receive any help within a certain period of time, I'm gonna get the cops to just kill me.
I've tried suicide by cop. I've tried suicide by cop. I've tried shooting myself. All this depression since first fucking grade. They write me a prescription to say, hey, look, in my chart it says I've tried suicide. I've tried suicide by cop. I've tried shooting myself. All this depression since first fucking grade has stemmed from not being able to transition.
A lot. Because a lot of times we suffer Down syndrome, sometimes when the pain is too much overbearing that we just are fed up. You know, just listen to this one more time. This is what he said by the cops. Listen to this.
I've tried suicide by cop.
You see that, and that's the sad part about it. You know, it's so sad that we can't be, you know, get the medicine that we need. And he felt as though he'll go to Canada and just order it. He wasn't going to go, you know, in the market of trying to do the right thing. He said, you know what, I'll just order off Canada, you know, website. So, Asperger syndrome is an ability to understand or interact socially. Now, the report, it was 2 cops that went into the office, you know, 2 cops that went into his place. And this is what the reporter that was responding on site
This police department responded and were called to a location at 8049 East Encanto in East Mesa to assist with a person who was threatening to commit suicide. One of the first officers who arrived on scene is trained in crisis intervention. These officers are specialized. They receive specialized training to assist in situations involving individuals suffering with mental illness and with cognitive disabilities. As officers were making contact with Danielle, a third officer was in the process of retrieving another less than lethal option from his vehicle because they recognized the situation. 2 officers attempted to talk to Danielle through an open door and in a hallway that they were standing in, and Danielle came to the open door holding a large chef-style cutting knife. They told Danielle to drop the knife at that point, and she lunged, extending the knife towards the officers from a very close distance. And the officers felt threatened at that point and discharged their duty weapons. As the investigation unfolded yesterday, as you know, it takes a while to get out there, get all the information. We started to receive information of Danielle's mental condition, which includes Asperger's, which is a condition in the autism spectrum. Our first concern is the safety of all those involved in situations like this, and Chief Mesa recognizes the need for crisis intervention training and has increased the number of officers trained, CIT trained officers to 130 here in Mesa.
He wants to increase it to that?
He has.
Oh, yeah.
Officers receive enhanced training focusing on how to identify and assist in situations involving individuals suffering with mental illness and cognitive disabilities.
Since when has he?
At this time, we express our sympathies to Danielle's family and friends. Obviously, they're going through a tough time right now. It's tough losing somebody like this, and the investigation is ongoing at this time, and we'll give you more information as we get it.
Okay, you see that? He said that he went inside, and the 2 officers came inside, and Kayden decided that he was going to launch at them with a knife, and, you know, they felt fear for their life, as if they couldn't taser, you know, but anyway, a mental condition. Now, this is autism. It's a mental condition present from early childhood, characterized by difficulty in communicating and forming relationships with other people by using language and abstract concept. And Kayden was only 24 years old before being gunned down in his own place. he was sharing a room with 2 other people, which elderly, which was like in their 70s, and you know, he had a dog and stuff, and he was suffering. He wanted to transition to the point he didn't want to be here anymore if he couldn't be in the body that he was born. He had problems because he wanted, you know, his voice deeper, and he wanted to start his hormones. You know, all I can say is rest in peace, Kayden. And you'll truly be missed. Sorry, we failed you, clearly. And rest in peace. Okay. Alright, so anybody who suffered in silence, you know, always leave my link right here. You know, if that's going to help. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Bye.